another attempt at dehydrating pumpkin. This time I'm going to do the same steps to begin with by putting it in the oven and then making a puree. But this time when I put it in the dehydrator, I'm going to put thicker amounts in there and not spread it thin. And I'm also going to put it on parchment paper so it doesn't stick. Hopefully. Alright, so I finally got it cut in half. That was the fun part, not really. So this time I'm going to save some of the seeds because I'm going to roast these later. Woo, that's hot. Oh. Woo. Hot, and I just don't want to burn myself. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to put it in thicker amounts on these trays, and I've done parchment paper this time. We'll see if that makes a difference. Alright, so I've got them all on the trays. This is about what it looks like. This is the thickness that I've done. Alright, it'll probably be morning time before I catch back with you guys. It took about 7 hours last time. Maybe it'll take more this time because it's a little bit thicker. But I'll update you guys in the morning. All right, it's the next morning, and here's the verdict. So it's definitely tearing apart much easier now that I have thicker pieces. All right, so I got the dehydrated pumpkin out of the dehydrator. This is what I have. So this was a whole pumpkin, and we'll see how much powder that it makes. So it rehydrates back into the puree that you would use for breads or pies. And it's just a real convenient way to store it, or at least that's my thinking. So we're gonna see how much powder I get from this one pumpkin. So if it works out and I get enough and it tastes good, it's something I can easily store, in my pantry and use for the breads or the pies or whatever else you use pumpkin for. Now this is my whole pumpkin dehydrated into a pint jar. So very easy storage, doesn't take up a lot of space, and it should store for quite a while. And hopefully it'll rehydrate well and taste good. So my next step is to make some pumpkin bread with it and see how it tastes compared to the cans I've bought in the store. So to be continued on this, and I'll let you guys know how it turns out. All right, so I've got all this pumpkin powder, and I've decided that I'm gonna make some pumpkin bread out of it. I really wanna see what it tastes like before I do any more dehydrating of the pumpkin puree. I wanna see if it's good. I normally make pumpkin bread out of the Aldi's puree that comes in a can. It's very good, but I wanna try this, and I'm gonna give you guys an honest opinion of what I think it tastes like compared to the other, better or worse. And the first thing I have to do is rehydrate this, and I think it's 4 parts water, 1 part powder. So you can see how efficient this is going to be for storage, because this right here, the 1/4 cup of powder, is going to get me 1 loaf of bread. All right, it looks pretty good. I'm going to add a few more chocolate chips because we like ours to have a little bit more chocolate chips than the recipe calls for. You can do however you wish. All right, final product. I'm going to give it a try and see if it's good. All right, let's see what the verdict is. Pretty good. Yeah, definitely. Definitely very good. I have more pumpkins left, so I'm gonna go out there and start dehydrating. I'll have enough powder to use for pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, whatever else I need to put pumpkin in. Great way to store it. And the last time I only cut my pumpkin in half and just put it in the oven, so it was really easy to do. Really good.